Hi there guys, in this video I'm wanting to show you how to do Tunisian, or it's called Tunisian or Afghan stitch. It's really pretty. It looks like you have woven stuff, and I haven't done too much with it. I've only made one project with it. I made this hat which I did in the round, and it's slightly different to crocheting just straight up and down. But it's a really nice stitch. I want to do more with it. It's just that I've got to set the time to do it. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to just do the plain Tunisian stitch, and you can make something with it or wait until I do a project with it. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do in this video. So let's get started. Alright, so as I said, in this video I'm wanting to show you how to do this Tunisian or Afghan stitch. It's like a woven look. You get a lot of different stitches. This is just your real basic one, and it's pretty easy, and it's a lot of fun to do. As I say, this is the hat that I had made, and that's it close up, and I use two colors. That's why you're getting this look. If you don't use two, it looks like this, and it looks quite a lot like knitting. And this is the back part. It also looks like your purl, the back part of your knitting. But yeah, it's a fun stitch to do. So what you really need to do is you need to have one of these Afghan hooks. Now this one is a double-sided, but you don't have to have the double-sided one, but I do. So I actually don't know that I have any. Some of the others have a stop here, and if you're doing a lot, if you're just knitting row by row and you've got quite a lot of stitches on, you might need a stopper on one of them. But as I say, I don't need it for this project. But if you don't have one, you can just put something here so your stitches don't go colliding off. So anyway, let's get started. Oh, one thing you need to remember, that it's quite a dense stitch, so you usually use a slightly larger hook than what you're supposed to use. So I'm going to be using, this is a, if I was correct, it's a 6.5, and I'm just going to use any yarn because I'm just showing you what to do. And the yarn actually calls for a size 5 hook, so this will give you a good idea. So this is what 1.5 sizes larger than what you actually need. But anyway, you want to use a larger hook, and you'll get a bit of a better look. Ours is going to be very thick, which is fine if that's the look that you want. Anyway, so to start this, you're just going to do your normal slip stitch, and I'm just going to work with 10 stitches, so it's not going to be too long. I'm just really showing you how. So you're just going to put your 10 stitches on. 1, 2, 8, 3, 9 and 10, and you want to do them fairly loosely. I mean, don't make them that tight that you can't get through them. Now I'm going to go as if you're going to chain. You'll go into your very first stitch. Now if you go into the first one, or if you go into both of them, or if you go into the back loop, it doesn't matter, whichever way you start. A lot of people go into this back stitch here, but I'm just going to do it with the easiest way, which is for me the top one over here. So you're going to just do it as if you crocheting like normal, except you don't take it off your hook, you leave it there. I'm going to go into the next one, and I'm going to just pull up a loop and leave that on my hook. Go into your next stitch. So I'm going to go into my next stitch, which is over here, and bring up a loop and keep it on. There's my next stitch right over there. Go into that and bring up a loop, and do that till you have all 10 stitches on your hook. Okay, so I've got 9 stitches, and here's my last one. That gives me 10. Okay, so I've got all 10 stitches on here. Now your Tunisian or Afghan stitch consists of 2 rows for 1 row, if that makes any sense. You're going to do 2 things, and that makes the 1 stitch. So this would be the 1 part, maybe I should say 2 parts to the 1 row. This is 1. And now for the next one, you're going to, some people say you're chaining 1, but whatever you want to call it, you go through the first loop. Now from now on, you're going to go through all 2 loops. I mean, not through all, you're going to go through 2 loops. 2 loops. You're going to go through 2 loops. And you're going to do this for the whole row. Just going to go through 2 loops at a time. So it's just that very first one that you just go through 1. Alright, 2. I'm going to bring another color in so that you can see how the stitch actually works. Now this is considered your very first stitch over here. So this, you're not going to go into this first loop. You're going to go into the second one. And you're just going to go like that. And bring up a loop. And keep that on. Okay, so you didn't do that one, you went to this. Now there's your next one. And bring up a loop. Okay, go into the next one. Bring up a loop. And this is all you're doing for this stitch. For this part of your stitch. You go into each one and you can see them here. There they're lying over there. And you just go into each one of them. These little vertical lines that you made, stitches. And you just go into one and keep it on your hook. And you should end up with 10. Only thing now is your last stitch. You don't just go through that loop. You've got to go through that stitch and the one in the back. So I should have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is my last one. Alright, so you've got to go through that one and in the back of the stitch. I'll show you again. So it looks like that. And then you just bring up your stitch. As I say, that's really the hardest part of this little setting. I think I'm going to change colors so you can see a little bit better. So you just go through the first one. Remember, it was just first going through 1. Then you go through 2 and 2. I just want you to be able to see with different colors how the stitch lies. And I'll do 2 rows because, well, I say 2 rows. I'll go here and then come back. Okay, so now you can see a little bit better what it looks like. Now this is incomplete. You can't ever finish a row. That's why I say it consists of 2 parts. This is only your first part. Now to go back, you're going to just skip that first one, remember, and then you're going to go into this one. And you're going to bring up a loop, and then you go into the pink. And now you can see where they're lying. There's the pink one that you're going to go into. There's the next one. So with these 2 colors, it's really easy for you to see what I'm saying. There's this one. But even if you just have it in the one color, it's not too hard to see. Do it fairly loosely, don't go tight. Because if you go too tight, it's going to be a little bit tough to see where to put your hook in. And you should always end up with the 10 that you have, otherwise you have a mistake. Okay, and I'll show you now. So I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is my last one. So, as I say, with your last one, let's see if I can just tighten this a little bit. You're going to go, with your last one, you're going to go into there, and then the one behind it. Now I've got that in the way. So, it looks like that. And you're just going to go through those 2 stitches, and there you go. So now you can see that's what it would look like if you had 2 different colors. Okay, so now I'm just going to go back to my pink because you've seen what you're looking for, your different colors. So now you go through remember, just through 1 for your first stitch, and then you're going to go through 2 and through 2 until you at the end of this row. It's just 2 each time. 2, 2 and 2. Okay, so now at the end of that row, now you can see how your stitches, your vertical bars are, and these are the ones you go in. So remember, you skip the first one, go into the next one, and just leave it on the hook. So the one part consists of putting all your stitches on the hook. The other part consists of taking them all off, and that's what you keep doing, putting them on, taking them off, putting them on and taking them off. So now you get a good idea with these 2 colors what I'm doing. See, there's the vertical bar that you're going through, and you're just going through this way, like that. Bring it through, and then it's just at the end where you go through the vertical bar and the back loop. So I'll go through there and then the back part of it, and it is a little tricky. There you go. So it looks like that, and go through there. And that's all that you're going to do. That consists of your Afghan stitch. Now it's through 1, and you repeat this over and over. And as I say, it's fun to do. This is a nice stitch. Yeah, so the last stitch, it's a little bit of a problem, so I just thought I would show you once again. if you have a safety pin, I don't have one at the moment, I'm just going to use a pin, but a safety pin will work great. That's the horizontal loop, the last one. Okay, so you would go into that one, and then for you to see which stitch it is for the next round, I've done it for this round, but for the next round what you will do is just put your safety pin over here in the stitch like this. I've seen this being done and it actually is a pretty good idea if you can't find your stitch correctly. So you put that there, and then your next round would be, your next step would be to have your yarn over so that we can get rid of one of these. So what you're going to do is, if your yarn is over, you're going to pull that and just put your safety pin there. So this is going to be the stitch that you're going to be going through. Can you see there? Okay, so that's your last stitch. So put your safety pin or whatever you're going to use. You're going to go in this way, so go in that way, and then pretend you're putting your yarn over. Well, put your yarn over and then just move it out and come in behind it. So you're coming in there. Okay, and then let your safety pin hang, and you're just going to go through one. So there's your safety pin through that one. Put this over and then pull it out from behind and just put your safety pin or whatever it is there, and then bring your yarn through one, bring your yarn through two. I just got to hold mine because mine's at a safety pin. When you got a safety pin, it's going to stay there. Through two and through two. I didn't go all the way with mine because I just want to show you this end part, so I'm just coming back. You don't go in the first one, go in this one, the next one, and then here's our, well, that's not the last one, here's one more. Whoops. And then the last one, you've already got it kept here for you, so you just go in there. See, that's the stitch that you've kept, so you'll just go in there and go through those two, and then you do the same thing for your next one. See, you want your two ends to be the same, and this gives us, so once again you would go in this way, bring that up, pull it out at the back, and just put your safety pin in like that, and then go through one, go through two, and that is how you do it. And there it's already set up for me. You can see you just go in where that pin is and do that. So yeah, that's all that you do. Take it out and go through those two. See, now I've kind of learned which one it is, so that's why I don't really have to do that. I've kind of figured out which one it is, but until you know which one it is, it's best to go through it. So yeah, that's basically the end part. I just wanted to show you how to do that stitch. So yeah, that's what your Tunisian stitch or Afghan stitch looks like. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Thanks for joining me. Bye.